Hi! Today I want to just do a quick video about something that's shown up for me a lot lately. And when I say lately, the last couple of weeks has been quite intense with this energy for me. And I also realized that it is something that I have been doing for a long time. And apparently now is the time for me to look at it and possibly change it, which is really awesome in many ways and very uncomfortable in others. But basically what it is I've been looking at how much of my life I create from reaction instead of from choice. And what occurred to me today was very interesting because I've had this in my universe for quite a while, as I said. And I have been changing small stuff. And then today I was scrolling through Facebook, and there were lots of fun stuff, and I've been laughing a lot today, stupid videos and stuff like that with people. But then something else happens. Something popped up in my feed that made me go ugh! And really contract and really made me feel really uncomfortable. And my first and initial reaction was to not just scroll away, but literally shut off my phone and just leave it on my table and walk off and go, whoa, I can't handle this. And then I realized how much I let that reaction dominate where I was at that time. And how much I've been doing that with my life in general. And I guess there's nothing wrong with it if it works. So if you're creating your life based on how other people or situations are and your reactions to it, that's fine. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just isn't working for me anymore. So what I chose to do instead was actually pick up my phone again, go back to Facebook and go back to the feed and look at it and go, okay, so I can choose now to go into the reaction of it, or I can choose to look at it and go, the reaction, is that working at all? Is that contributing to me at all? Is that doing something greater for me? And it wasn't. And I also looked at, do I really want to be in this space? I mean, who am I being right now? Being contracted and uncomfortable and letting something that is out of my control, so to speak, dominate how I'm going to be feeling for the next 10 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. So what I did was I used two of the Access tools out of the many thousands there are actually. And the first one was, who does this belong to? Now this feeling and emotion that showed up in me when I saw this feed, was that actually mine? Because usually it's not. And the way you feel it is that if it feels light for you at all, it's not yours. It's and if you feel heavy, it's either yours or it's a lie. Now I felt heavy when I asked that question. I felt really heavy, and I'm like, okay, so what is this? And an energy showed up, and I couldn't put it into words, and I still can't, and that doesn't matter. So what I did was then I used another Access tool, which is I pot and pocked it. What I did was I used something called a clearing statement, and you can see more of that on www.theclearingstatement.com, which is basically uncreating and destroying all of the emotion and all of the limitation I've used to put this reaction into place. And it freed up a lot of energy. There is still some residue left, and I wonder why I'm holding on to that, and that doesn't really matter at the moment because the energy changed, and that was what I was after, to be honest. So my question to you today, and if you're willing to look at it, it might not be comfortable, and then it might be, who knows, is that really how much of your life are you living in reaction to your circumstances, your environment, other people? How much of your life are you choosing to not live out of reaction, out of trying to not be comfortable or not be uncomfortable, for that matter? How much are you doing that? And would you be willing to change something if it doesn't work for you? Usually when something doesn't work for us, we have a harder time changing it because it is so uncomfortable out there to know what else is there and what else we can do with our lives. So I'm willing to bet that if you look at your life and look at the choices you made, you have probably made a lot of choices in reaction to something. It could be a reaction to your parents, which is really common when we're teenagers. It could be a reaction to a friend or a lover. It could be a reaction to a job or a boss or a natural disaster, whatever. But how much of your life you're actually creating from reaction instead of stopping and going, oh, what can I choose here? Because this is not really who I be. So my invitation again is to look at next time something happens in your universe that you contract or you want to lash out or you want to do something different. Would you be willing to just stop for a millisecond and go, is this really the choice I want to make right now? And what is this choice going to create for me if I keep choosing this? That was all for today. That was quite long, 6 minutes. Whoa. Okay, but I hope you're all fine. Talk to you later. Bye.